I think it's a bit of both. I think for certain patients, it's the exclusivity or the famousness of the branding.
Mm.
So I get some patients that won't buy from me because I don't carry Dior or I don't carry Versace or something. They'll go to somewhere that carries Dior or Versace, and that's fine, you know. But I have a reason that I don't stock certain brands because of price or quality or design. Like we sold a lot of Gucci years and years ago because the designer was great, and then they changed designer, and I didn't like any of the new designs, and I stopped selling Gucci.
Right.
We had a lot of really happy, loyal Gucci patients that loved them to death. And again, it was partly that love of the Gucci brand and a bit of exclusivity. The If I speak to colleagues that are getting, snatch and grabs and shoplifting and stuff, they're all carrying big name, well-known brands. So
Mm.
is that part of the reason that I go to smaller, more boutique brands? And it partly is because it means that they're not as desirable to the Esches and the other pieces that are possibly going to do stuff like that. But I think that the quality is there no matter what you have. So if you talk to people about the heritage of a company and you talk to people about the designers and the exclusive nature of acetates, then you create a love and you create a passion for these frames. And it's a bit like that with Varney. So I tell the story of Varney and I so I've met Giovanni, we chat together and we've done this sort of thing together. And I gave him an idea and he came back with this. And it gives people a sense of ownership of paddock to plate mentality in eyewear, and I think that's really really important. So there's another range that I carry that I bring in, and this is one of my imported ranges, and this is a range called Val Co. And just realised there's fingerprints all over the glasses, which is a bit wrong, isn't it? So give them a bit of a dodgy clean on my jumper. But Val Co stands for Valentin, who's the son of the owner. So he's one of the designers. And these are funky red ones. They've got a rounded base and they've got a hexagonal top. They've got a tortoiseshell sort of temple. And Valenco are lovely. They're riveted construction, the same as my glasses I just took off. They're beautifully made. And they're packaged nicely and the quality's great. And we sell a lot of these to guys and we sell a large number of them to women. And why do we do that? Because they're French, they've got a slightly more Frenchophile look and a softer look. So sometimes the guys won't buy them because they're not blokey enough, they're not harsh enough or heavy enough. But the girls will have them because they're not quite girly enough and they're somewhere in the middle. So it fits multiple markets. But interesting. I didn't expect to sell Valenco to women, but I sell half of all my Valenco frames go to girls. So, and I'm a bit funny. I've got a softer face. I can carry a few different things. And half of my frames are unisex frames that would be worn by male or female. And I've got a quirky face and it doesn't worry me what I wear. So I'm always happy with it. So, so, and there's a range that I carry for ladies, which is called Clémence and Margaux, and they don't sell to any guys. They're all
Mm.
a more feminine look, and they're a softer look. They're designed by women for women, and they're made with shorter temples for the smaller face. They're made with different nose bridges for ladies' noses. They're made with colorscapes and patterns, which they put a lot of effort into getting the color combinations right. And they're one of our other loyal brands. So people that buy Clémence and Margaux will come back again and they say, look, I had Clémence and Margaux last time. Can I get it again? And where does Clémence and Margaux come from? Well, Clémence and Margaux are the sisters of Valentin, who made the Valenco. So they're sister and brother brands. And Clémence is a young lady who's a model and a fashion designer. And when she was younger, she had some weaker eyes and she couldn't find glasses that she wanted to wear. So it started the whole family on a frame creation crusade. And they made glasses for their little girl to wear. And then they've made a whole range of frames for adults and so on and so forth. And they've got lots of products that they buy, and we import those from France for them. And Margot, her sister, works in the factories and does the designing with Dad, and it's a family affair. And I've been to the factory and I've met Dad and had dinner with them, and these are real people. I can say, look, Clemence is in Dubai at the moment, or Margot just when she got engaged and she got married, I could talk to that. And again, it's this paddock to plate mentality about saying these are the real people that are designing the frames, and I think sometimes that's more appealing to people this day and age than a phantom thing like a Versace that's got no relevance to us to most of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. The people that are wanting Versace aren't going to get them at my place, so they won't come to me. So, but people that are looking for something a little different, maybe it's worth coming and have a conversation. And we sell frames over the counter. We don't have to put our only put our lenses in frames. You can take frames from us and go elsewhere with them, and that's okay too.
Yeah, I think when people do understand like the backstory behind the
Mm.
brands that you carry, it does kind of turn eyewear from being something functional into, you could say a piece of art that you own.
Yep.
I mean,
And it's often those little things and those little features in them that you don't see. So often we'll point out those features to patients, and the more they look at it, go, oh, there's so much. And it's a bit like going and buying, buying a new scarf or a new tie for a guy or a new dress or a blouse for a lady. Some patterns are fabulous and some are plain Jane. Yeah.
mm,
So and who what appeals to what person?
we're all different.
Everyone's different. So if we carry these things and we get someone that loves a frame, that's great because we've fixed that person up. We've helped them out. And the thing that we really like about it is we had people saying, "Look, I can never find a frame," and they come in and have a look, and they end up with a selection of three or four that they can't choose between. And that's what we're happy about. That they've gone elsewhere and they've been to lots of other practices. They can't find anything they're happy with, and they come to our place and they've got to cut it down from four to one. So that means we're carrying something that's a little bit quirky and a bit different. So often when people walk into my practice, they go, "Wow, this color here, it's different. I've not seen stock like this before," because we
Yeah.
carry things that are a little different and they're part of our personality as well.